On Christmas Eve, my parents opened the front door of our Hillsborough house and set my single suitcase on the marble step behind them. My sister Celeste stood with her arms folded, grinning. "Let's see how you survive now, Leia," she said. My father didn't meet my eyes. My mother stared past me like I was already gone. The lock clicked. The alarm chirped. Warmth vanished. Fog swallowed the street. I had no money, no car, nothing but the cashmere coat on my back and the suitcase at my feet. I didn't pick up the suitcase. I walked, because stopping meant breaking. The public garden near the old Episcopal church was nearly empty. One street lamp flickered stubbornly against the cold. Beneath it sat an iron bench dusted with frost. I dropped onto it, shaking so hard my teeth knocked together. My bare feet scraped against the concrete where my flats had blistered me raw hours earlier. When I cried, the tears cooled almost instantly on my cheeks. That's when I saw her daughter, an elderly woman, emerge from the fog, silver hair whipping loose around her shoulders. She was barefoot. Her skin had turned that fragile purple-silver color. The cold steals from people. She stopped in front of me, swaying slightly. "Do you know if any shelters have room tonight?" she asked. "I don't," I said honestly. "I don't have anywhere either." For a moment, we just looked at each other, two people the night had stripped down to nothing. Something inside me cracked open. I stood, pulled off my cashmere coat, and wrapped it around her shoulders. She stared at me as if I'd performed a miracle. Then she took my hands in hers. "Thin, I see. Steady. Kindness like yours is rarer than diamonds," she whispered, and then she walked away. She disappeared into the fog as if she had never been there. Exactly 1 hour later, the street filled with headlights. 19 black luxury sedans rolled in and blocked the road. Doors opened in quiet sequence. The middle car stopped in front of me. The door opened. The same woman stepped out, only now she wore a floor-length camel coat. Her silver hair was sleek, precise. Diamonds flashed at her wrist like captured starlight. She walked straight toward me, smiling gently. "I've been watching you," she said. "Come with me." I don't know why I trusted her. Maybe because the street had already proven it had no mercy. I climbed into the middle sedan. The door sealed shut, and warm air wrapped around me like an embrace. As we drove through Hillsborough in silence, the last hour replayed anyway. My parents' foyer, Celeste flashing her ring, Nolan, my ex, standing beside her, smug and chosen, my father telling me to pack, my mother staring past me. The convoy turned down a narrow lane hidden behind towering redwoods and thick hedges. A wrought iron gate opened without a sound. Beyond it, a vast Tudor estate rose from the fog, its windows glowing like lanterns. Inside, she led me through marble corridors into a library that smelled of cedar and old paper. A silver-haired aide set down tea and vanished. "My name is Evelyn Ashford," she said, sitting across from me. On the bench, she had looked breakable. Here, she was steel. "Every Christmas Eve," she continued, "I leave my home dressed as someone no one will save. I walk until I find proof that a heart still exists when it believes it's unseen." I swallowed. "So it was a test?" I asked quietly. "A search," she corrected. She folded her hands. "After you gave me your coat, my security team watched. You didn't boast. You didn't try to follow me. You didn't curse the night. You simply endured." She slid a folder across the table. Inside was an offer from the Ashford Foundation. Room, salary, apprenticeship, 5 years. "If you are steady," Evelyn said, "you will run it when I step back. This is not a gift. It is a responsibility." My voice came out small. "Why me?" She placed my cashmere coat on the table. Clean, folded, returned like sacred evidence. "Because you gave this away," she said softly, "when it was all you had." My hands trembled as I touched the fabric. "Yes," I whispered. 3 months later, I could read a balance sheet like a street map. Evelyn worked me without mercy. Dawn strategy walks, board meetings where every word mattered, Late nights rewriting grants until my sentences stopped apologizing for existing. Slowly, my spine unlearned its habit of bending. The cashmere coat stayed folded in my drawer, a reminder of who I had been when I owned almost nothing. Some nights, I still heard the alarm beep in my dreams. In October, Grace Evelyn's aide appeared at my office door. "Your family is at the gate." They stood in the foyer like tourists. My father's jaw trembled. My mother stared at the floor. Celeste's eyes darted around, measuring chandeliers, artwork, ceilings. "We were wrong," Dad said. "We're losing the house." Celeste stepped forward. "Just a loan, Leia. A bridge." For a split second, I felt the old reflex, the urge to beg for love. It burned out quietly. "You shut the door on me," I said evenly. "You don't get to knock now because you're cold," my mother whispered. "Please." I slid 3 business cards across the marble table: a financial counselor, a housing nonprofit funded by the foundation, a free dead class at the community center. "This is what we offer anyone," I said. "It's what I can give you." Celeste's fingers twitched toward her phone, then dropped. They left without touching me. The silence between us was finally honest. That December, Evelyn and I opened a winter shelter. Hot soup, clean beds, light. Dad didn't judge. One night, a woman in thin shoes hesitated at the entrance, shoulders curled tight against the cold. I stepped forward and wrapped my own coat around her. Her eyes widened, then softened. Evelyn's hand slipped into mine. "Welcome home," she murmured, and for the first time in years I believed it.